The rain in Seattle had a way of making the world feel both intimate and infinitely lonely. For Elara, standing under the green awning of the Corner Bistro, it was mostly the latter. She traced the path of a single droplet on the cold window pane, watching the city lights blur. It was here in this very booth that she and Leo had met every Thursday for 5 years. Thursdays were their secret, a stolen slice of time away from jobs and the relentless rush of life. It was where they'd fallen in love over bottomless coffee, where he'd nervously shown her his first published short story, and where, 1 year ago, she had told him she was leaving for a 12-month fellowship in London. "It's the opportunity of a lifetime," she'd said, her voice trembling. He'd taken her hand. "I know. You have to go." His smile didn't reach his eyes. They'd made promises that felt unbreakable in the warm, coffee-scented air. But life frayed promises. The distance was a chasm. Missed calls turned into short texts, which faded into a polite, aching silence. The last message, 3 months ago, was from her, "I think we need to let go." He never replied. Now, she was back. Her life in London felt like a dream, her life with Leo a ghost. Driven by a nostalgia sharper than reason, she walked to the bistro on a Thursday night. And now, she saw him. He was in their booth, a single mug steaming between his hands. He looked older, a new tension in his shoulders, but the sight of him sent a jolt through her so powerful it stole her breath. She pushed the door open. The bell chimed the same rusty note. He looked up. Time stopped. The chatter faded. His eyes, the color of rich earth, widened. Elara. Her name on his lips was a homecoming and a heartbreak. "Hi, Leo." She slid into the booth opposite him. I didn't think you'd be here." "I am," he said simply. "Every Thursday." The words hung between them heavy. He had kept their ritual, even after she'd ended it. "Why?" she whispered. He didn't answer. Instead, he reached into his worn leather satchel and pulled out a thick, marbled composition book. He slid it across the table. "Open it." With trembling fingers, she did. The pages were filled not with stories, but with letters. Hundreds. The first entry was dated the day after she left. "Dear Elara, it's too quiet without you. The city sounds different. The coffee tastes bitter." She flipped a few pages. "I saw a woman with your laugh today. It felt like a punch to the gut." More pages, his handwriting sometimes neat, sometimes a frantic scrawl. "They rejected my novel. I wanted to call you. I almost did. I miss talking to you about the meaningless things." She kept flipping, her vision blurring, until the last entry. Dated last week. "Dear Elara, your last message is still on my phone. I never wrote back because I had no words that could fit into a little gray bubble. All my words for you are here. I come here every Thursday because this booth is the closest I can get to you. The fellowship ends soon. I don't know if you're coming back. But if you do, this is where I'll be." A tear escaped, splashing onto the page. She looked up at him. The love she saw wasn't a memory, it was a living thing, patiently waiting. "You never stopped," she breathed. "How could I?" he said, his voice rough. "Loving you wasn't a switch I could flip off. It was a story I was still writing, even when I thought you'd never read it." Outside, the rain continued, but the world no longer felt lonely. It felt full of second chances, of words left unsaid finally being read. Elara reached across the table, her fingers finding his. "Don't stop writing," she whispered. And in the warm, familiar glow of the Corner Bistro, Leo finally smiled, his eyes shining. He knew their story was just entering its next, most beautiful chapter.